All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who ruled well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, I'm going to jump straight into this video. I don't want Ratazah to be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And I saw this in my news feed from the African Diaspora News. And I believe that's the channel, right? African Diaspora News Channel. And as you can see, it says World Bank suspends funding to Uganda over anti-LGBTQ law. World Bank suspends funding to Uganda over anti-LGBTQ law. And this has been in the news, but I completely forgot about it. And I saw it in my news feed, and of course a couple scriptures came to mind. And the main thing, it's going to be real quick. The main thing that came to my mind was, you can see why all these nations are shifting towards the BRICS. All right, they're tired of Esau, not really Esau, but Babylon's bullshit, man. Which I'm going to get the scriptures. They're tired of the wine of Babylon. Therefore, as it says, the nations are mad in Jeremiah. Okay, and it's leading more and more of these nations towards the side of the BRICS nations. Okay, and they just had a meeting, and I didn't hear anything about it really. I didn't hear anything about that last BRICS meeting. So when I did a quick Google search of the BRICS nations, right, this is what popped up from 2 hours ago from theguardian.com. It says BRICS to admit six new countries to block to the bloc, including Iran and Saudi Arabia. And a lot of these Latin countries are looking to join the BRICS now, and a lot of these African countries are looking to join the BRICS. Okay, and which we know the BRICS is an alliance that's to what? To balance the power between the West and the East. The West is power, the beast is really what? NATO and the EU. And what's countering that is the BRICS nations. It's being led by what? Russia and China, So it says the 5 BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, have announced the admission of 6 new countries from next year as a club of large and populous emerging economies seek to reshape the global order. And that's what it is. America is losing its hegemony. It's losing its power. The power is shifting towards the East, towards the BRICS alliance. And this is a prime example of why. Okay? You see? World Bank suspends funding to Uganda over anti-LGBTQ law. And we know a lot of these BRICS nations are not with that whole alternative lifestyle agenda, chiefly Russia. A lot of these nations aren't with that, and that's a heavy wine that Babylon shoves down your throat. You want to be in business with Babylon the Great, you gotta be down with that, with that agenda. They promote that heavy. So this is like I said, not long, man. Basic scriptures that was in my mind, but the main thing is, like I said, you can see why more and more of these BRICS nations are clicking up, and they're clicking up against who? The whore, America, Babylon the Great. A line is being drawn in the sand, and this is going to lead to what? More and more of the dollar being devalued. Okay, as more and more of these nations move away from the dollar and move towards the BRICS currencies. So this is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon, which is America, have been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken. Yeah, Babylon was the hammer of the earth, but the hammer of the earth is being now broken asunder. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken on her what? Her philosophies, her ideologies, democracy, capitalism, feminism, that alternative nasty lifestyle. Okay? The nations have drunken of her wine. They were in bed with her. They laid down with her. You know? They all gave consent, as I'm going to bring out for a moment, to fulfill Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's will. But now what? The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Now they're angry because they're seeing the effects of committing fornication with this whore. You know, they're seeing the moral decay in their countries, man. Morally, physically, spiritually, economically. They're seeing the side effects of going to bed with this whore. And they're angry now. They're angry, you know? And they're clicking up against the bully on the block. Okay? So this is Obadiah. The whole chapter is good, but like I said, I don't want to make this video long. Obadiah 1 and 7. I start at 6. Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of, this is the main point, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is no understanding in him. Because his pride didn't allow him to see it. You know, this BRICS thing has been in the works for years now. At least 5, 8, 9, 10 years, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But you Babylonians, chiefly America, you know, the West didn't really, they didn't give it any credence. They didn't lay it to heart, you know. And now look at it, you know. Now they looking like Boo Boo the Fool, you know. Instead, they could have worked out different agreements and, you know, tried to appease these different nations, but their pride, the pride of their heart, have deceived them, you know. And what does it say? Now these nations are ready to go to war against you. You see? You see? Beautiful times that we're living in. War is inevitable, and a line is being drawn in the sand. Okay? And you're going to lose this war. America, Babylon the Great. You know? So this is I start at 14. The whole chapter is good also. Jeremiah 50 and 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at all these nations that have nuclear capabilities. Okay? Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows. For she hath sinned against the Lord Yahweh. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her. And Babylon the Great showed no mercy. All right? You know, in the same way she showed no mercy chiefly against Yasharallah, but also against these other nations, they're not going to show no mercy, because it's the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He shall have judgment without mercy against him that showed no mercy. Okay? Hey, it tells you that when the Medes come over here, you know, they shall not regard silver nor gold. You know? Hey, man, horrific times are coming, man. You know? They should, hey, what does it say? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shall put an evil thought in their mind to go up against a city of unwalled villages. To do what? Fulfill his will. To destroy this place. For it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her. As she hath done, do unto her. Okay? Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. Okay? And that's the times that we're coming into. You know? Beautiful times. I'm going to close out here. Revelation 17. I'm going to read 16 and 17. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. This is talking about America's allies. Okay? But also, her enemies are everybody's going to turn against this bitch. Even as it tells you, her mother shall be sore confounded. And even England is going to turn against her. Okay? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's how America's going to be destroyed, by thermonuclear destruction. Okay? For Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. See, but it's only for a minute. It was only for a moment. You know? But now what? They that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. They're at the border now. Okay? You see? And you see it. You're seeing it in full effect with these BRICS nations. Okay? They're emerging to what? Reshape the global order. Okay? And America knows it. It's losing its hegemony. And that's why they're going to come down with great wrath. You know? You know? So it says, for Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, America, Babylon the Great, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Because what? It hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. You know, that made the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. They're angry now. They're angry. You know, they want some get back. You know, they tired of your shit. They tired of your shit, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is tired of your shit. The sins of this place has reached up to the heavens. Now it's the time for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to judge it, recompense them. Anyway, with that being said, I don't want to write this letter was edifying. Keep pushing, keep fighting. We're close. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam nesharallah.